So this is another example of hip abnormal morphology, um, and it's taken from a web page called femoroacetabular impingement. Um, what we can see here is that we have four different diagrams. One is a kind of normal hip where we can see the anteverted angle of the femoral neck and the transverse plane, and we can see a little bit of the angle of the acetabulum here as well. And so this looks pretty normal for us. And we're also paying attention here to the shape of the femoral neck and the head here, and then just how far the lip of the acetabulum comes over anteriorly. So we can go directly down, and this defines this called pincer bony abnormality where the acetabular lip comes over too far. And in that case, as you can see, as the hip would rotate, then it would impinge onto the acetabular labrum, and bone would impinge onto the femoral neck and head. And if we come up here diagonally to the right, we can see that another abnormality is when the head, instead of the bony abnormality being associated with the pelvis, is associated with the femur. And we can see here's the neck, and instead of having this kind of indentation or concavity here as the head's connected to the neck of the femur, we see there's this kind of enlarged piece of bone or growth here. And so that's the genetic way that the hip is formed, and so in this case this is called a cam because it works like a cog. And that's another way that you can have impingement. And then finally, when they're both combined, with this lower right-hand corner, they're both combined, and that's called a mixed. So these different ways are ways that the labrum can become damaged from repetitive use, and you can have something called femoral acetabular impingement.